guys love this orange shirt and I couldn't resist making it. In this tutorial, I'll be showing you exactly how to achieve this classy look. Plus, I will drop a pro tip at the end that will make you sew 10 times neater. So if you're new here, you're welcome, and please stay tuned because you're going to be learning a lot. So without wasting much of your time, let's get started. So here we have a one and a half material for this shirt. So we moved by folding this shirt into two like this and measuring the length at which will be needed, which is a hip measurement divided by 4, adding 4 inches for the sewing allowance because it's a big shirt. So on this point, measure the full the length of 34 inches for the full length. Then we'll move ahead to measure the shoulder of 8 inches. That's 16 divided by 2. We have 8 inches. Then we added 4 inches. Sorry, we added 3 inches for the shoulder, for the extra shoulder, because it's not a regular shirt. It's actually a big shirt. So we added 3 inches for the other allowance to make it bigger and to make it wider. So we go down by 1 inch for the shoulder slope and connect a line together. So this is actually the back length. So we are going to be cutting out this back length down. Okay, so after we measured the hip measuring divided by 4, adding 4 inches, move ahead to cut out this back pattern. And after cutting it out, we are going to now cut out the front pattern and place it on. We're going to be placing the back pattern on another pattern to cut out the front pattern. And see what we have here. We are folding 2.5 inches for the button for the front line. So after cutting the front pattern, we'll move ahead to flip the front pattern on top of the back pattern itself. So after flipping it down, we'll start by measuring the normal shoulder length, adding 3 inches for the sewing allowance. Okay, so move. After flipping this, we'll make sure we set this pattern very well, just in order not to make mistake, because this is not a crepe material. This is actually like a chiffon material. So you can see the down part of the back pattern, which we need 8 inches, like 8 inches longer than the front pattern, or you could decide to make it 10 inches depending on how long you want the back pattern to be. So move ahead to the shoulder part, which we measure shoulder of 16 divided by 2. We have 8 inches. Then we added 3 inches for the extra allowance for the shoulder, since the shoulder is not a regular shoulder. Okay, so after then we measured our shoulder to bust line, shoulder to the under bust, and shoulder to half length, and also shoulder to the full length. So on the bust part, we measured our bust region, which is 38 divided by 4, adding 4 inches for the allowance because it's not a regular shirt pattern. So on the we also used our bust pattern for the waist region, and after doing that, we connect the lines together and move ahead to cutting out this pattern out, just to make it so fine. So this is where we are cutting it out, and watch, because you're going to see how we made it so sweet. And at the down part, we are going to be going in by 2.5 inches for the front line, and we are going to be using our scissors to connect the back line to the front line this way. So when you're doing it, you actually make sure that you're connecting it together, which is making the back pattern at the side to meet with what we have for the front pattern at the side. So to measure the neckline, so move ahead to measure the neckline on the front region. We have 3 inches by 3 inches depth for the front line. So we flipped it out we flip the front pattern out to measure the back pattern itself. So to measure the back neckline, measure 3 inches by 1 inch for the depth of the back pattern. Then we cut it out. After cutting it out, okay, we're going to now cut out the front neckline, which is 3 inches by 3 inches depth for the front line. We actually make sure that you set this material so well, so it will not have excess that will be giving us issue when sewing it. Okay, so this is where we cut out the front neckline, and also we cut out the allowance for the button. The button allowance, we divided it into 2 like this by cutting it out in this manner. So move ahead to measure the hand, which is the sleeve measurement. So before then, we indicated to make sure that this material, we do not make mistake when sewing it. So this is what we have after doing all this. So move ahead to cutting out the sleeve pattern. So the sleeve, normal sleeve length is 24, so minus 3 inches from the 24, so we have 21. But because this is actually not reaching down, so we made it 22 minus 3, we have 19 inches. So for this part, we are measuring 19 inches. Then we carve out the armhole, and also at the down part we measured 11 inches, the same measurement that is done on the armhole part. Okay, after that we are going to cut out this pattern, then move in, use this pattern to also cut out the second sleeve. Just keep watching because you can see how it is when cutting it. So if you find any, or if you do not understand anything, please let me know in the comment section on what you would like me to explain better. For this the down part of the flap for the sleeve, we are going to measure 3 inches, which is, we are going to fold it into 2 and measure 3 inches away, which gives us in total of 6 inches when folding it in like this. So after that, we measure the length of 11 inches. So this is where we actually did it and measured the full length. We had 7 inches for the length. So after folding it, we are going to be having 6 inches as like 6 inches. That is in total of 3 inches on fold. So we actually trim out the excesses and the part that is not straight. We trim it out and added our collar stay to it like this. So to add the collar stay, we actually needed 3 inches, which is a half of the material itself. So before then, we are going to be folding a ½ inch on the 2 edges like this. You can see how we use our iron to fold down the 2 edges, which is a ½ inch on the 2 edges. So after folding it, we are going to be having 3 inches in total of 6 inches. So to measure this flap, we measure 3 inches on all of the side, then 10 inches length the long part, we measure 10 inches. So this is what we have after cutting the two parts together and then flipping it and ironing it on the fabric like this. So keep watching because you're going to see how I did it here, and use our iron to make it down, and see how we are going to be gathering the sleeve like that, and see how it looks on the flip, how the flips look. So this is where we're going to be cutting out the collar for this shirt. So we're going to firstly measure the neckline length, which gives us 21 inches. So to measure the collar, we measured 10.5 inches for the length of it, then the breadth of it is 3 inches. The length of the collar is actually 3 inches. That is what we needed. So on this part, we're going to measure 3.5 inches at the edge like this. Then at the midpoint, we are going to measure 3 inches at the midpoint. So see what we have. Then at the down part, we go in from the down part to measure 1.25 for the down part of the collar. That is the standing part of the collar, the one that we're going to be joining with the fabric. Then we go in by 1 inch at the sides, then connect a straight line to meet with the upper part like this. So we are going to be covering out this part which we have here. So to make this thing so accurate, we are going to be ironing this collar on the material like this and leave an allowance for the sewing. So this is what we have. So after cutting it out, we'll just keep watching because you're going to learn how I join the two parts together. So firstly, you're going to be joining the upper part, which is the standing collar at the upper part. Going to be sewing that first before connecting it to the down part like this. Just keep watching because you're going to learn. So guys, see how neatly it is after joining it, the collar to the neckline. You can see how neat it is. Let me know if you'll be trying this on the comment section and tell me how it looks, if it looks so sweet that you can't resist and you want to try. So this is the down part. When we notice that the curve is not actually what we did from the initial, and we give it the curve that comes with it. So if you love this video, please don't hesitate to give me a thumbs up and see the final look. I know you like it and you like to try it, so let me know in the comment section. So on the other part, the other shirt, I'll be making this on a live section. So if you like this video, please don't hesitate to like, comment and share, and also subscribe to my channel for more amazing video like this. See you on my next video. Bye. Do have a lovely day.